Misinformation related to the 2019-20 coronavirus pandemic. Jump to navigation. Jump. After the initial outbreak of coronavirus disease 2019, COVID-19. Conspiracy theories. Link. Misinformation emerged online regarding the origin, scale, and various other aspects of the disease. 1. 2. Misinformation related to the 2019-20 bioweapon. Link. Various social media posts claimed the virus was a bioweapon with a patented vaccine, a population control scheme, or the result of a spy operation. 3, 4, 5. Efforts to combat misinformation. Edit. On February 2nd, the World Health Organization, WHO, declared a massive infodemic, citing an overabundance of reported information, accurate and false, about the virus that makes it hard for people to find trustworthy sources and reliable guidance when they need it. The WHO stated that the high demand for timely and trustworthy information has incentivized the creation of a direct WHO 24/7 myth-busting hotline where its communication and social media teams have been monitoring and responding to misinformation through its website and social media pages. 6, 7, 8. Misinformation related to the 2019-20 coronavirus pandemic. Wikipedia tab item. Facebook, Twitter and Google said they were working with WHO to address misinformation. 9. In a blog post, Facebook stated they would remove content flagged by leading global health organizations and local authorities that violate its content policy on misinformation leading to physical harm. 10. Facebook is also giving free advertising to WHO. 11. At the end of February, Amazon banned over 1 million products that wrongly claimed to be able to cure or protect against coronavirus. They also removed tens of thousands of listings for overpriced health products. Conspiracy theories. Edit. Chinese biological weapon. Edit. In January 2020, BBC published an article about coronavirus misinformation, citing 2 January 24 articles from The Washington Times. Link. Wuhan Institute of Virology, which claimed the virus was part of a Chinese biological weapons program, based at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, with 1. Misinformation related. The Washington Post later published an article debunking the conspiracy theory, citing U.S. experts who explained why the institute was not suitable for bioweapon research, that most countries had abandoned bioweapons as fruitless, and that there was no evidence that the virus was genetically engineered. 14. In February 2020, U.S. Senator Tom Cotton, Republican, Arkansas, as well as Francis Boyle, a law professor, suggested that the virus may have been a Chinese bioweapon. 15. While in the opinion of numerous medical experts there is no evidence for this. Conservative political misinformation. Conservative political commentator Rush Limbaugh, Link, said the virus was probably a Qikom laboratory experiment and that the Chinese were weaponizing the virus and media hysteria surrounding it to bring down Donald Trump, on the most listened to radio show in the U.S. Misinformation related to the Financial Times. Link. Reported from virus expert and global CEO lead coronavirus investigator, Trevor Bedford, who said that there is no evidence whatsoever of genetic engineering that we can find, and that the evidence we have is that the mutations in the virus are completely consistent with natural evolution. Not misinformation related. 19. Link. Bedford further explained, the most likely scenario, based on genetic analysis, was that the virus was transmitted by a bat to another mammal between 20-70 years ago. This intermediary animal not yet identified passed it on to its first human host in the city of Wuhan in late November or early December 2019. 19. On January 29th, financial news website and blog ⲥ𝓉ⲓ suggested, without evidence, that a scientist at the WIT created the COVID-19 strain responsible for the coronavirus outbreak. Doxing, link. Suggested, without evidence, that a scientist at the WIT created the COVID-19 strain responsible for the coronavirus outbreak. ⲥ listed the full contact details of the scientist supposedly responsible, a practice known as doxing, by including the scientist's name, photo, and phone number, suggesting to readers that they'd pay the Chinese scientist a visit if they wanted to know what really caused the coronavirus pandemic. 20. Twitter later permanently suspended the blog's account for violating its platform manipulation policy. Misinformation relate. 22. Link. ⲥ has since claimed the article did not claim the virus was human-made and that it only publicized publicly available details of the scientist. 22. Link. Enlarge. Logo of Umbrella Corporation, in January 2020. BuzzFeed News also reported on an internet meme/conspiracy theory of a link between the logo of the Wuhan Institute of Virology and Umbrella Corporation, the agency that made the virus that starts the zombie apocalypse in the Resident Evil franchise. The theory also saw a link between Raccoon, the main city in Resident Evil, and an anagram of Corona, the name of the virus. Misinformation related to the 2019-23. The popularity of this theory attracted the attention of Snopes, who proved it as false, showing that the logo was not from the institute, but from Shanghai Rulan Bio-Husan Biotech Limited, located approximately 500 miles, 800 km, away in Shanghai, and additionally pointed out that the proper name of the city in Resident Evil is Raccoon City. Misinformation, Inverse, reported that Christopher Buzzi, the founder of Bot Sentinel, did a Twitter analysis for Inverse and found online bots and troll bots are making an array of false claims. These bots are claiming China intentionally created the virus, that it's a biological weapon, that Democrats are overstating the threat to hurt Donald Trump, and more. While we can't confirm the origin of these bots, they are decidedly pro-Trump. Misinformation aside, concerns on accidental leakage by the WIT remain. 25. In 2017, U.S. molecular biologist Richard H. Abright expressed caution when the WIT was expanded to become mainland China's first Biosafety Level 4, link, BSL-4, laboratory, noting previous escapes of the SARS virus at other Chinese laboratories. While Abright refuted several conspiracy theories regarding the WIT, e.g. bioweapons research, that the virus was engineered, he told BBC China that this did not represent the possibility of the virus being completely ruled out from entering the population due to a laboratory accident. Misinformation related to the 27 link. On February 6th, the White House asked scientists and medical researchers to rapidly investigate the origins of the virus in order to address both the current spread and to inform future outbreak preparation and better understand animal/human and environmental transmission aspects of coronaviruses. Tobias Ellwood, MP, chairperson of the Defense Select Committee of the UK House of Commons, also publicly questioned the role of the Chinese Army's Wuhan Institute for Biological Products and called for the greater transparency over the origins of the coronavirus. 28. South China Morning Post reported that one of the institute's lead researchers, 𝐶𝑜𝑛𝑠𝑝𝑖𝑟𝑎𝑐𝑦, was the particular focus of personal attacks in Chinese social media, who alleged her work on bat-based viruses as the source of the virus, leading Xi to post, "I swear with my life, the virus has nothing to do with the lab," and when asked by the SCMP to comment on the attacks, She responded, "My time must be spent on more important matters." Ⲥ𝑟𝑎𝑐𝑦 reported she made further public statements against tinfoil hat theories about the new virus's source, quoting her as saying, "The novel 2019 coronavirus is nature punishing the human race for keeping uncivilized living habits." 30. Link. Theories about the new virus's source, quoting her as saying, "The novel 2019 coronavirus is nature punishing the human race for keeping uncivilized living habits. I, ⲥⲟⲟ swear on my life that it has nothing to do with our laboratory." 30. Far-right commentator Josh Bernstein, link, claimed that the Democratic Party and the medical deep state were collaborating with the Chinese government to create and release the coronavirus in order to bring down Donald Trump. Bernstein went on to suggest that those responsible should be locked in a room with infected coronavirus patients as punishment.